Hello students, welcome to geography classes. The very first topic that you have to learn in class 10 is the formation of continents and oceans. Now many people have come up with many theories, but the most notable theory initially was the continental drift theory. And in this video we shall learn about this theory only. This theory was propounded by Alfred Wegener, a German geologist, meteorologist to be precise, Alfred Wegener in 1912. He talked about two things: one, supercontinent; two, mega ocean. He said there was a huge landmass, single landmass, and it was surrounded by a mega ocean, like this. Alright. This single landmass was termed as Pangaea. The meaning of the word Pangaea is all art. Okay. And the mega ocean was called Pentalassa. These are all interesting names, right? And meaning of the word Pentalassa is all water. Alright. And of course we know that the land is called a lithosphere in geology, lithosphere, and the water is called a hydrosphere. Hydro means water, isn't it? So our Pangaea was the lithosphere and Pentalassa was the hydrosphere. This was the initial condition according to Alfred Wegener. Now things changed. What changes? About 200 million years ago, there was a crack that developed almost in the middle of the Pangaea, and the whole continent, the supercontinent, get divided into two portions like this. Alright, so water obviously filled up this one and new sea was developed over here, and that sea is called the Tethys Sea. Very important. And this northern portion that got separated was termed as Laurasia. And the southern landmass that got created was called Gondwana land. Very important terms. Okay, you can expect questions from this information. So this is what's happening. So the supercontinent get divided into two portions, Laurasia and Gondwana land. Clear till then? All right. Million years again passed. Now this Laurasia and Gondwana land, they started traveling in all directions, both of them, and they get divided again. So after million years this was happening. The Laurasia, there's a northern portion, northern landmass, it gets divided and formed here Alaska. This is Alaska, and North America. This is North America. These are not accurate maps, all right, the symbolic maps. Somewhere here you have the Greenland. I'm writing GL, Greenland, and continent of Europe, and some part of northern part of India, Asia, some part of Asia. So these were the land masses created from the Laurasia. Okay, very important information. Now what happened to Gondwana land? The Gondwana land on the other side, let me write precisely for you people so that you can understand better. The Gondwana land on the other hand split it to form first the South America, that is, okay, then huge landmass called Africa, okay, then if you notice the world map, you can see all these things. There is Madagascar. Let me write the full name for you people. Madagascar. Okay, somewhere here we have our own country, that is India. So India is also formed from Gondwana land. Here we have small island countries, for example Malaysia, Indonesia, all these countries are here. Here I have a beautiful Australia, and here is my favorite country, New Zealand. Roughly, these were the land masses that were created from Gondwana land. Okay, we have learned which land masses are formed from Laurasia and which masses were formed from Gondwana land. So overall, this was what happened. So if I give it a complete picture now, if I try to give it a complete picture, so this is Alaska, this is North America, Greenland, Arabic portion, Europe, Asia, Mexico over here, South America, then you have the Africa, Madagascar, over here continent, subcontinent India, that is, all right, and then you have the small island countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, here you have Australia, and here you have New Zealand, and finally we have the Antarctica over here. This Antarctica also is formed by the Gondwana land, isn't it? So this is the world map, isn't it, roughly? So basically we have the equator somewhere here, right? This portion is formed by the Laurasia and this portion is formed by the Gondwana land. This is the theory given by Alfred Wegener. He said all these land masses are created from a single land mass. Why this theory is called continental drift theory? Drift means what? Slowly going away. So all these masses slowly swept away from each other. That's why it is called continental drift. Continents are drifting apart from each other. Alright, I hope you have learned something today. In the next video, we shall learn the proofs that are given by Alfred Wegener to verify his theory.